All right, this will this will be good for you guys just on the pure TA side. Let you know what I look at. So I have a list here. I'll pull it up. I have a list of excuse me, probably like 300 stocks here. And I have a couple sub lists too. So I go through these every single week, and then a couple scans and screeners, uh, and pull this, excuse me, off my levels. I pull these lists off my levels every single week, and those are like basically like blind tests. I'm pulling them solely on TA, and then Professor looks at those to see if they go over flow. So I'm going to show you guys what I see in all these charts from the TA side. And they're usually in alphabetical order because it's the easiest way for me to list. So we'll just stick with that. So ACI, I have my main list up here. I should just have my main list up here. ACI, bam. $25 level. Excuse me. 20 excuse me, 25.99 level. We had the news of the merger and Kroger kind of pulled back here on Friday right here to this level. So I just want to see what the flow said on that side. With the merger and the big spike, I think it's plenty playable over the next week. AFRM. So AFRM kind of reset down here to the $17 level. Not as good of a setup. We are kind of compressing, but the 17 to 24 is kind of the range. Looking kind of to be early and see if the flow is already there. Alto, God, we've been on this one forever. Why are you not trading this? I'm sorry, I said that out loud. 374 is our level. Know that one by heart. You can see it on the weekly. Really good to dip by this thing. Comes right back every time. Think we have a breakout above 4 eventually. Um, they're like a chemical company, alcohol chemical company. So I like these a lot. So you check the 360s, maybe the 350s, but the 360s kind of been it. And then on your exit level, you're right about $4. So I like that free quarter. Basically, it's definitely on my list this week, 100%. AMRS, another. I mean, you guys should be super familiar with some of these names by now. So this 232, this is the upper part of the channel. I believe that's what the note says. Let's see, AMRS top. So top, yeah, top of the upper, top, whatever. It's on the top of the channel, below the channel. Channel means in the channel. So you have the three places it could be. This is binging off the top. Thursday it flushed right to it. Didn't make it back Friday. I really like that setup this week. This one for me doesn't need flow, but it is better when the flow is strong. Or I like to get in it and say, hey, where's this going? That's a good way to go too. So CCL would be next. Carnival Cruise, man, previous winter theme here. Um, Big Dipper, Big Dipper on the ER, but kind of caught the 650, 660 level. Looking for this to kind of come back up and out, back into the channel. There's enough range to play it back into the channel. Like how it responded. Did not really do Thursday, Friday like the rest of the market. That's the one of the keys for me. Charge point. I know I talked about these guys earlier before not having the people to work with, but I got two bingy bounces right here Thursday, back to the level. So could break down all the way to the low lows of before, which was 1038. Excuse me, 850. Wow, that's a ways down. Be careful here. Yeah, don't let this go below 11. But I like it off this level in this channel. Kind of lives in it. Um, do need some electricians though. We talked about that earlier. Klein, Clean Energy, CLNE. Like them off the $5 level. See the moves previously are scary good. That's a $3 move and a $5 stock. A lot going on here. You got your 200, your trend line, your bottom of your volume profile. Whole heap of stuff going on here. This is a strong flow read, or excuse me, TA read. probably be in my notes. If it's not in here, we're gonna do that real quick because that's going in there. That's a no matter what one right there. A little sneak peek of read the room. I already edited the list. CrowdStrike. I don't think we talk about these guys enough for being a legitimate company, but 145 bottom of my channel here, you can see it came way down from like 300 bucks. But this is a spot where we make a decision. I think it'll show some. I think it'll put up a fight here. Totally should put up a fight here. So kind of want to put this on the professor's eyes because these pay juicy options back to TA levels. So like 180, 200s are going to pay really, really good on these if the flow read is currently there. Also, let me know if it's going to die or not. EVTL. EVTL. We kind of on again, off again. This guy. What the? That's not it. How do I know that's not it so quick? Oh, yeah. TA. There we go. That's it. Stupid uptrend. Look at the weekly. So we played the first move. It dipped. Kind of mentioned it. Didn't get back on it. But it's going again. It's going again. And I think it might go again. So I want to know what the TA flow says. I wouldn't play this one without a strong flow read, even though this weekly looks juicy to continue. Unless I go really small because I don't have a top end on these guys. So vertical takeoff, the stock sure the heck did. But this is probably one of the most juiciest weeklies you're gonna see. That's a lie because these trends down here are probably gonna be better. JMIA, this one's probably on the hot list no matter what because it was in collabs and I like the chart as well. Right on the $5 level, back to 650. The 8, yeah, I was gonna say I think we had the $8 level for some reason, but that's volume profile. Nigerian like Amazon here, a little shaky on the company, but I like the chart. I like what it's done before off of this level. And again, it's in collapse right here, so the flow read's probably already there. KSS. That's Kohl's, isn't it? Why am I getting... Oh, I know why. Yeah, 26 lower level. 26.95 is that lower level. 8 Thursday it did the dip. Friday it came back and stuck. You got Doji on the weekly pretty much right here. Uptrend technically on the weekly right here. 34 is your high end. Love to know what the flow read is on that. They were kind of meme status last year. LLAP. $2 level. Yeah, it's just playing this down here. Oh, it's a big dipper. $2 level. Just looking for the flow read. That's 100% back there, and it's super flipping thin. That's a lick the chops play. I like it. Matt, I'm 85% sure this would have been on the hot list, or will be on the hot list when we get our thing going. 90 to $1 channel here. I like. It was going until Thursday. And then Thursday, market conditions take over, which is a bad thing about crappy penny stocks. That tends to happen, excuse me. But I like it. I think we're set up here. 90 to like 120 is a good trade. I like stocks like that too. That's an option trade. You guys literally can buy like $30 and make 20% or whatever. If you're putting 80 bucks into something else, you can buy 80 shares of this. If you're putting $30 in something else, you can buy 30 shares of this. And when it goes up 20 cents or 30 cents from your 90-cent entry, you're making 25-30%. I mean, I don't see it's not going to have 100, but it's probably one of the more safer setups, especially if you understand risk management underneath and use a good stop loss. So, yeah, kind of why I keep those around, to be honest. MKC McCormick. If you like seasoning on your food, this is it. This is a little oversold. I think we're finding the bottom here. Again, you could see the big dipper going into the ER. They did miss a little bit, but their guidance was fine. Basically, restaurants aren't ordering a lot. It's not me and you. But you can see the trend kind of change on there. So I'm really interested in what the professor had to say on that. Previous winner, MViz. I call this one better than Professor. I'm just gonna say that right now. Sorry, P. I love you, but 310's my bottom line. You can see it's came up here twice now. We're looking for the third one. Real good looking on the daily. Um, Thursday, Friday action confirmed this level. I don't trust Friday, so I'll probably get back real early. This guy's going up here too, regardless of what goes on in the world. Yeah, that's too strong for me. Pin. We like to win. Gamble in. Pin. I really think the way the Twitter atmosphere is that Penn and DraftKings are someday going to get squeezed. That's just me, though. Lower level 28 here, 37, 26, back to the top. Gambling, these guys should do good this time of year. Kind of see the trend on the weekly. It's slowly getting higher. I like that we went from top half of the candle or no candle to bottom half of the candle on our level. That's what I'm looking for. Party City. Oh, we played these guys on the helium dip. Remember the helium dip? um, dollar is the lower level. Like that it didn't really budge Friday and it's just packing. This is if I ever say trade backside, trade downside, this is a good example right here. There's a better example. LGHL, I'll pull that up later. This is a good example right here. But because it pulls away and then back to the line, pulls away, back to the line, pulls away, back to the line. So I like this setup. $1.10 kind of is the bottom. We could get that dip, but we're down here where this adds here back to the 2 test. Pretty much can't miss on that. Party City. If your grandma buys streamers, it's for you. Roblox. Second time talking about Roblox today. RBLX. Come on, Mr. Dyslex. Same thing. Almost got to the 40. Rejected Friday. Not as low as Thursday. We're already on it. You know the deal. It's just in there because I love them, I guess. Rivian. Rivian is dang it, John. Rivian, a lot of people hear recall and think like the whole car goes back. They strip it down. You don't get it back for 6 months. If you've ever bought a new car, you're guaranteed you've had a recall. If you've ever had a certified pre-owned car, I guarantee you've had a recall. What a recall means they just need to fix something across the board. On this one was a stabilizer nut on the front suspension that literally just needs to be tightened. So you drive into the shop, you make an appointment, you drive into the shop, they tighten the nut, you drive out. It's like 25 minutes at most, maybe 30 if they're busy. That's it. You don't have to wait for a part. You don't have to do anything like that. There's no crazy mechanic work. It's just we need to tighten a bolt. So recalls are really common on cars. It's not that they're recalling the whole car and you don't have a car anymore. And I think a lot of people are missing that with Rivian currently. So that's leading to a little bit of selling. I want to be here when the flow read picks back up because this is into the 40s and 50s in my opinion. Won't say by the end of the year, but I will say short term. That's too much on that topic, but I wanted you guys to know that because it's going to recall, you're going to hear it all the time. Investigate it. SENS, which is cents. It's Sugar Beet, isn't it? No, this is that holding company. I always get the fucking ones confused. These guys got cash on hand though, so I do like them. $1.18's been my level. We're right there. Friday kind of blew through it, so I might watch to see what it does on Monday. But this 118 to this is the 165er, yeah. 165. I do like this chart, especially if you get the $2 or $1.50 flow reads from here. Sign me up. And Sun W. It's a crappy solar play, kind of fits crappy energy play. Back here, $1.99 to the 2. Just like the setup, like where we are in it. I'm probably earlier than the flow, but that's where I like to be. Tupperware. bottom pivot. Previous winner, you guys already know. Previous winner dropped back down. Didn't like it last week, but we got a big flat bottom. You see your sell off Thursday and Friday, back to about the 650 level. So at 650 to 7 is playable for me, especially with potential back to this. You know, this was 12. We're not going back there. That's a lie. But what's even this? Even this is like 950. So 650, 950 is a great trade. I really like this to trend back up. I don't think they're gonna die. All right, in trends. So yeah, I'll just show you guys. Screw it. So I like, and this week there was a lot. So I have this scan right here. Bam, 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 bam. If you have Thinkorswim, let me know. I'll hook you up. Contract up and a contract down. Come in here. Yeah, there's very few parameters. I like more than 7 million shares. A lot of people know that. Too small of a float for me if not. I don't like them when they're super, super liquid. Sometimes I'll play with the ones pre-market, but usually that's why me and Pele differ. It's because he'll play anything, and I will try to stick to the 7 million rule. A change, you can change that. I just don't like getting the ones that are stupid cheap because they populate too much. So I take this guy right here and just put it on the, and then consecutive bars up. It's at 3 right now. This is at 3. You just got to trust me. You can change it to whatever. But during the day, I have it on 10 minutes. On the weekend, I come in here and change it to the day sometimes. But the weekly, I've been liking. So you change it to the weekly and it'll populate and give you charts that have 3 consecutive up bars on the weekly. And with the way it's been the last 3 weeks, I really like searching like this. 1 week I only had like 6 bars, so very telling to say, all right, this is going against the grain and it is continuing up. So this week we have Airbnb, Cake, yeah, these charts down here. So you can look at them and then look at these charts how you normally would look at your charts, like if you look at weekly, daily, hourly, whatever you look at, but then check the weekly at the end. Definitely do that. And you can also back to this is important. You could do this by the monthly, couple days, couple hours, whatever you like, but depending on what I'm looking for, I definitely change my scans up to fit that need. So yeah, take a look at these charts, see if you see the trends that I'm talking about. There's Shack and Cake, we talked about those earlier. Crocs, I haven't mentioned that in a while, but that was a crazy COVID success story. And then a couple of these other ones are actually material, so that's why I picked them out of that big master list of 70 that popped up in there. All right, guys. So that's pretty much the what I'm looking at in these charts. From a pure TA standpoint, having levels previously charted really does help because it makes that much more efficient, especially if you trust them. So